Hey, just wanted to make a quick video. Hopefully this helps some people. If you're struggling with Helldivers 2 performance, or even a matter of fact any game, I hope I can help you in that regard. But first thing you want to check, go to your file explorer, go to this PC, right click, go to properties, then click advanced system settings. Then you're going to click on performance, advanced, then go to make sure that it is absolutely on programs. If it's not on programs, you're going to have weird FPS dips. You're going to have, like, the second enemies are on screen, your FPS is going to drop. Now, one thing I've established is that this game, for whatever reason, prefers a NVIDIA based GPU over an AMD based GPU. Not going to get into it. You know, it might have something to do with internal dealings, but that's not what this video is about. Um, that's one thing. Second thing, you can look into a custom Windows ISO, but I do recommend that you absolutely do a fresh Windows install. Um, and that is something a lot of people are not willing to do. But if you have the time to spare and you don't want to do a whole lot of work, that's not for you. Uh, I use Atlas OS. I've used it for about 2 years now. I've noticed that I don't have to reinstall Windows frequently. Um, I haven't had Windows corrupt itself on me. It's just been a better experience overall. But that's on my end. That's not gonna speak for your experience. Your mileage may vary. Regardless, one thing that may help if you don't want to go through all that, you can go through here and do Windows optimizations, and you can essentially, I believe it's in privacy and security, but yeah, you turn all this crap off. You know, if you don't use your camera for whatever reason, like not on Discord or anything, if you turn this off, your camera will not work on Discord. You turn the microphone or voice activation off, you're going to have issues with Discord, and other things. Excuse me. But you go through here, turn everything off. Secondly, you need to turn off background apps. That was a feature that you could turn off within Windows 10. I don't know if you can turn it off in 11, but I do believe there's a script on Major Geeks. It's called Disable Background Service, or no, Background Apps. It's a registry tweak. That may help. Another thing, if you are on a Intel, I believe, 5th gen and back, or no, 4th gen, I don't remember. Uh, Fuck, this isn't very helpful. I should have wrote a script. I guess we're just gonna roll with it. But, long story short, shit. Get yourself a, there's a video floating around. It's called Disable Spectre and Meltdown Protection. That can improve performance, but it does compromise security. I don't know if there's ever been any data breaches on like servers, because it was not only Intel's consumer CPUs that were vulnerable to these attacks, it was also their um, enterprise CPUs. I don't have to worry about that because I'm on AMD. Yes, AMD has had security issues, but the patches that are involved were done through BIOS updates, not Windows updates. And I do believe there was updates BIOS side for Spectre and Meltdown on Intel, but I don't believe that they had been fully negatable by turning it off in Windows, so that could help. It's a PowerShell script. Another thing you can run is the Cris Titus Tech tips, or Cris Titus Tech script off of GitHub. Uh, there's not a whole lot you can do. Obviously, make sure your drivers are up to date. And if you do by chance have an AMD CPU, make sure that your chipset drivers are installed. Um, all that good stuff. It's mostly commentary throughout this video. Um, Mostly me yapping, but it did help with improvement, with performance for me at least. These are things that I've tried and tested over and over. Recently I pushed a Windows update through, and background services was ticked instead of programs, and I was noticing weird FPS drops. I couldn't get to the bottom of it. Come to find out, it was fucking Windows changed it. Now you go and what else was I gonna mention? MSI Utility. This is a great tool. It's free. It's called MSI Mode Utility. You find your GPU, put it in MSI mode, set the interrupt priority. I recently did a driver update. I didn't get around to doing this. It's a very small performance improvement, but all MSI mode does is it can lower your frame times by a negligible amount, but you'll notice it um, in the long run. You won't notice it, immediately. It's not enough to where you're gonna instantly pick up on it, but once you have it enabled and you have its interrupt priority set, it's I don't know how to put words on it because I'm a fucking idiot. And I truthfully kind of know what I'm talking about. I get my way around, just a fucking gamer. But long story short, you do all that shit, you should have a good time. Oh, also, if you have a modern GPU dating past, I don't know, 2020-ish, 2019 even, you should look into enabling resizable bar, or also known as above 4G decoding, within your BIOS. It's usually hidden under your CPU option, or no, sorry, your PCIe options, the CPU options. As soon you can upgrade to Windows 11, that's for what's it called, TPM 2.0. But if you don't find above 4G decoding, it's either because you're on an older platform and you cannot get it, which there's a workaround. If you're on NVIDIA, you can use NVIDIA Profile Inspector to force it on. If you're on AMD, you can install third-party drivers. I personally don't recommend that for security reasons. I've used them before and I've had very good luck with them. The only problem is that they're unsigned and certain games will not run because of their anti-cheat. Um, One of those games being Fortnite, for example. But again, at this point, I'm just yapping. I'm running on 0 hours of sleep. Thought I'd make this video because this shit has absolutely burned me the fuck out. I don't know. That's all there really is to this. It's not. I guess this is the end of the video. If I missed anything, I'll make a part 2. But I really don't think I did. Um, Everything was supposed to be very brief, somewhat straightforward and simple. Hey, have a good day. Take care.